Hi everybody, Mr. Boma from Mr. Boma's Balloons, and today I am going to be showing you this lion design. He's a nice sitting lion. You can make the body a little differently if you want him standing up. But in the tutorial I'm going to show you how to make him sitting down. Now in the tutorial, this is actually the one from the tutorial, and you can see these loops are a little bit too large. He almost looks like a frog. His back legs are so large, those haunches are so large. So make the loops a little bit smaller than that, than what I make in the tutorial. I think this one's a little bit better proportioned. This design does scale up a bit. Sometimes when you try and make designs a little larger, they don't quite look right. But this one you can make larger with 260s and it still looks fine. You just have to use more balloons. Or you can make it with 350s and then you can get a really big one. Here it is with goldenrod. So goldenrod, I think I actually like the way the goldenrod looks a little better, but yellow also works. So goldenrod or yellow. You're going to use 3 260s of either yellow or goldenrod. You're going to use about a third, maybe even less than that, a fourth of a white for the eyes. That's all you need it for. And then a mocha 160 for the mane and nose. You can use a 260 for that, but I think it looks too large for the eyebrows. I think it looks great, actually. The 260 for the mane looks great. It gives them a really big full mane, but the eyebrows just look a little bit odd when you use a 260. They're a little bit too large in my opinion. But you can use a 260 if you want. Give it a try, see if you like it or not. Unfortunately, this is not one of those balloons that you can use bubbles for the eyeballs, so you actually have to draw on the pupils or the irises. You know, I get asked a lot, how do you come up with these designs? And so what I would like to do is take a couple of minutes and talk about that. If you're not interested in that, go ahead and fast forward and you can watch the tutorial. But if you're interested, let me tell you about it. Most of my designs come from other designs, and I'm just modifying them, or I'm seeing something new in something old. For example, on Facebook a few weeks ago, somebody posted a princess that used this bodice design. So it's got a nice bust line and cleavage, and when I tried to make it myself, I ended up making the proportions a little bit off, and I made the top part a little bit too wide, and then the other thing was, the bubbles were in the wrong place. I had these two bubbles that are tucked under the bust were out and on top of the bust. So it looks like a pregnant princess, right? But when I looked at it again, I pulled the arms out of the way, I went, that's the face of a lion. Just needs a little nose there. So I changed the colors up, I gave it white for the eyes, I gave it a nose, and lo and behold, I had a lion from the body of a princess. So that's where a lot of my designs come from, is just as I'm making designs, I look at the designs and see, you know, what does that look like other than what I'm trying to make? Because sometimes you'll find surprising designs already hidden in the designs that you're doing. Now, as far as the body goes, it's pretty standard, but I would like to give credit for the back legs. This back leg design is actually from a Ralph Dewey tutorial that's on balloonhq.com. He's got a picture tutorial for a sitting dog where he uses these same hind legs. Alright, so that's where this design came from. Let's go ahead and get to the tutorial now. For our lion, we are going to use 3 yellow, or you can use goldenrod, 260s, mocha 160. You can also use a 260 here, but I think it makes the eyebrows too large. So I like the 160 better. And then a white. We're going to use very little of this. You can probably get away with about a third of a white. Let's start with the white. The only thing this is for is the eyes. So literally we're going to use about that much of it. Mocha 160. Leave yourself, probably want to leave yourself about 4 fingers of tail, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less. And I'm actually going to, let's go ahead and just tie this right to the white. There we go, got it. Alright, let's set those aside for a minute. Take a yellow. And we're going to give this a good 7-finger tail. This is going to be for the face of the lion. And we're going to start with a pinch twist for the lower lip of the lion. We're going to do a 4-finger bubble for the side of the head, a pinch twist for the ear, a 4-finger bubble for the top of the lion's head. Let's see if we can make these 2 bubbles. They don't have to match, but they should be just about the same size. A pinch twist for the other ear, and another 4-finger bubble for the other side of the head. So what you've basically done is a bear head. Right? So 2 cheeks, top of the head, 2 ears, bottom lip. Let's take our white and mocha and wrap it into one of the ears. To do the eyes are going to come about right to the center of the triangle that we've made. And you can twist the white and the mocha at the same time to make your eye and eyebrow. And then you want to match that going back to the other ear. See if you can make the eyes and eyebrows the same. Going back to the other ear. We can break off the white. We don't need the white anymore, but the yellow is going to stay. That's going to be, or the mocha rather is going to stay. The mocha is going to become our main. Okay, take the white and get rid of the rest. You can save that for your next lion. So this is what we have so far. We're going to take the yellow now, and we're going to come up to the eyes, but we don't want to make this bubble too long. We want to actually make it so that it kind of pulls the eyes down a little bit. So like that. Push this through. And wrap it around there. If you want, you can put it through a couple of times. We are going to come back down to the bottom of the face. Those 2 bubbles should match. Like that. So the eyes are kind of tucked behind the snout a little bit, and they're being pulled down. It gives it kind of a sinister look to it. This is going to come out the back here, and we are going to add another yellow at this point. We're going to leave ourselves about a 6-finger tail, 7-finger maybe. This is going to attach to one of the ears, doesn't matter which one, either one. And now we're going to make a bubble that takes us, if you see this inner empty triangle, we're going to make a bubble that comes about to the tip of the triangle there, like that. And then we're going to bring this one up to meet it. So this bubble coming from the bottom is going to be about half the length of the bubble from the top. Okay, so this one is shorter than that one. We are now going to make the front legs of the lion. We're going to do a little bit more than a hand's width bubble. We're going to make a very small loop twist. Very small loop twist. Okay, so that's barely more than 2 fingers, and a pinch twist. We're going to make about a 2-finger spacer bubble, and then we're going to make another foot and leg, so another little 2-finger bubble, or 2-finger loop rather. Okay, so those 2 loops should match, hopefully. Another pinch twist. And the other leg coming back up. Oop. Okay, those 2 legs should match. Alright. We are going to come back to the back of the lion's body. Which is going to be about, for me, about a hand and a thumb in length. Okay. And I'm thinking I'm going to make it just a little bit shorter than that, because I need to be able to come back up to the front of the body, like this, and I have just enough left over. I'm going to twist that in there. Okay. And this other little bit, grab the very end, and it gets twisted into the other ear. So did you see what I did there? I took that, I took it to the back, I brought it back up, twisted it in at the neck, and then up to the ear so that I have the 2 matching pieces there. This last bubble is going to be the belly of the lion, and the belly is going to be curved just a little bit. So make this bubble just a little tiny bit longer than the other 2. And put that through there, like that. So these 2 bubbles are the lion's back, and this curved one is the belly. And the belly is going to get tucked, or the legs are going to get tucked around the belly a little bit. Like that. Let's go ahead and take care of this mocha now, get it out of the way. So we are going to take it around the face. For the mane, goes around the face. Can you see that? And then we're going to go across the top of the head. See there, across the top of the head. And we're going to go back and forth in the back of the head a couple of times. And yeah, this is a good time to do it. So I've gone once, twice. On the 3rd time across, I'm going to go halfway across. Going to make a pinch twist. Going to go the other halfway across. And twist it into the other ear. And then I'm going to break off the rest, but I'm going to save it because I need the end for the nose. So I'm going to break it off here. I'm going to twist. I'm going to let out most of the air. I'm going to twist off a little bubble at the end for the nose. That might not even be enough. Let me add a little bit of air to that. I think I let out a little bit too much. We don't want the nose to be too large, but we don't want it to be too small either. Okay, so there's our bubble for the nose. Let's tie that. I want to tie this bit on the ear here so it doesn't come undone. Alright, for the nose, the end of this balloon is going to go through the snout here. I'm going to pull it all the way back and attach it to the pinch twist in the back. So there it is. It's coming out on the side right now. I don't want that. I want to reach through the back, grab it, and wrap it around that pinch twist. Wrap it around 3 times at least. Okay, now you can reposition the nose up or down however you think looks good. I hope that you're getting a good angle on that. So there's the face. We've got the front legs, we've got the body. Last thing that we need to do are the back legs. So that's our, that is our last yellow 260. And for this one, 6-finger tail is good. Whoa! Let go of that one. Let's try again. For our back legs, we are going to do about a 3-finger loop. 3-finger loop for the back leg, or back foot rather. A pinch twist for the back heel. And then we're going to do a little bit more than a hand's width, 5-6-finger loop for the back leg. I'm going to do about a 2 to 2.5 finger bubble here, spacer bubble. And I just dropped my lion. Okay, I'm going to take this now, I'm going to pass it through the center of the lion. So that's going to be just like that. And I'm going to match that on the other side. Make a spacer bubble there. A pinch twist for the heel. A loop for the back leg. You can make this loop the same size as the other loop. And a loop for the foot. 3-finger loop. And I'm off camera for this. Okay, so there are the back legs. The tail, you kind of put between. So you see how the spacer bubbles there and the back legs going through the middle of the body. That's what he looks like from the side. See him from the top, from the front, all the way around. Alright, so that's it. Hope you like it, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.